All right, what is up, guys? We're gonna be doing a tier list today. You guys know I love my tier list. Let me get set up here with all the tabs. So basically, we're gonna be talking about a new card that was previewed in the Luke Cage. Here, yeah. It's gonna be a new leadership card. Let me put it over. So it's gonna be this card right here, Righteous Purpose. And I'm not the biggest fan of the Luke Cage leadership cards, but I think that Righteous Purpose is really cool. And I think this could be not necessarily like leadership defining, but it could be like a very good like staple leadership card that they could build a lot of decks around, which is really good. So yeah, I think this is definitely going to be like a new archetype for leadership, like keeping an ally at 1 hit point remaining and then getting +2 Thor, +2 attack. But also another cool like unique thing with this is that you can actually get your hero if you have a hero that like wants to just remain at 1 hit point. Like maybe you can get Deadpool to 1 hit point pretty easily. He'll have a constant +2 Thor, +2 attack. So like, I think it presents two like archetypes for leadership, like your hero having +2 Thor, +2 attack, or your ally having +2 Thor, +2 attack. Basically, just every single character that you control that has exactly 1 hit point remaining, hero included, ally included, gets that +2 Thor, +2 attack, which is an insane buff for that. So in today's video, we'll be looking at every single hero in the game, Marvel Champions. I got my hero tier list right here, and we're going to be ranking all of them for how good they are with Righteous Purpose. And it could be either, through the hero itself or like an idea specific ally that a hero has, or if the hero has a way to like keep allies in play or something like that, right? So yeah, it's going to be pretty flexible here, and we're just going to jump straight into it. So okay, let me see. How do I do these tiers? Okay, so let's change the stuff a little bit. So favorite is going to be like, I don't know, like S tier is going to be like best synergy. I have the A tier here. This is pretty good. Pretty good. B is like, let's say average. C, I don't know we need that many tiers, to be honest. So C is like, let's just say like no immediate synergy. So you can still obviously use leadership cards to build around it, but there's nothing really going on there. So I think we're only going to have 4 tiers. So let me know if you guys agree with that. I think we only need 4 tiers here, guys. Because, I don't think there's that many, like, I don't understand of like what we need. Ooh, I definitely want a green one. How do we make this one? Let's make that green. Okay. Yes, because yeah, I mean, if we need to add it, we could definitely add it here. But I feel like 3 is pretty solid right here, because I don't even know if I need an S tier. Let's just say like, okay, let's do this. So we'll do most heroes will go into A, B, and C. Yeah. And then yeah, if you guys disagree, let me know in the chat and we can do a poll for a hero that you guys disagree on. But I think we'll like keep very few heroes in S tier. I think there's not going to be that many, because that's to be like a really good synergy. But we'll keep this here. We may drop some tiers or like add some more depending on what we need. But I think four brackets is pretty good, and then not that many in S tier. I think it's solid. Okay, guys, let's go and get started here. So we're gonna start with actually let's is something fun. We're gonna start with I have all the heroes here, including the ones that have not released, the 4 defender heroes. And I actually think that why don't we start with Luke Cage? So obviously Luke's precon, right? You can use defense formation, which is a card that can give a defender ally, a tough stats card. So obviously, if you use this card, with Righteous Purpose, any hero can like take really good advantage of this card. So we're not going to be evaluating like, oh, if you include Misty Knight, if you include like defense formation, these cards are kind of built with Righteous Purpose in mind. We're not going to be really evaluating that way. We're going to look at like, does the hero have stuff in their actual kit that makes them really good with the Righteous Purpose here? And Luke Cage, I think he has he's average, right? Um, so his ally Jessica Jones, she gets +1 thwart for each tough stats card on your identity. But you don't really have any way to keep her in play. So whenever she's down to 1 hit point, if you have like 4 toughs, she has 5 thwart, and then she has 5 thwart, and then with 1 hit point, she'll get +2 more, so she'll go up to what 7 thwart. But then when you thwart once, she's gone. I mean, obviously you can use this to like give her toughs, but like we're not evaluating it with the other leadership cards, right? We're just talking about can the hero itself sustain that, and Luke by himself can't really sustain Jessica Jones with her 7 thwart. Now for Luke Cage, actually though, that could be interesting because if he gets to 1 hit point, no, I was thinking maybe the toughs could like keep him at 1 hit point, but it's not like losses because each time you lose a tough, you take unpreventable damage and die. So yeah, Luke Cage, I think he has no outright synergy actually. So it's a little bit interesting there. I think that he actually goes in the bottom tier. I don't think he like has anything immediately in his kit that helps him. His really helps it. I guess like he doesn't really need the chump block, but I don't know. I could bump him up here just for like not we bump it up here, right? Like maybe for heroes that like need chump blockers, we'll keep them all in the C tier. But let's just see how this list looks so far. But right now, I think that Luke's gonna be in the C tier, unless there's like a bunch of heroes that not only have no synergy, but like desperately need allies to chump block because Luke doesn't need that. So I could make the case for bumping up to B tier here. Yeah, let me know if you guys think we should bump him up or not. But I think C tier is a good spot for him. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna have Luke there, and then the hero that I actually really want to look at in Defender Wave is actually Daredevil. I think he is actually gonna be the best defender that we've seen because of the Electra here. So Electra is a 3-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points, force interrupt. When Electra would take consequential damage, Daredevil takes that damage instead, but only in hero form. So you have Electra. If you flip down to Alter Ego to Matt Murdock and you activate with her, she will take consequential damage. So you can get her to activate twice, across 2 rounds to get her down to 1 hit point. Then after she's at 1 hit point, as long as you activate while you're in hero form, she can stay in play forever. So with that, I need to pull up like a separate tab here just for, oh man, sorry, I forgot to share this. Sorry guys, we're gonna share this noob stream right here still. All right, so we're sharing this. So we're talking about Electra here. Basically, we're talking about how whenever you are in hero form, when Electra activates, she doesn't take consequential damage. Daredevil takes it instead. So you do have to get her hit points down to 1 to like have the righteous purpose like be online. But you can just be down in Alter Ego, have her activate. She will take consequential damage until she gets down to 1 hit point. Then you only activate with her while you're in hero form with that 1 remaining hit point. She can also like block a minion for you, something like that. But let's pull up righteous purpose here again. So with this right here, whenever Electra is at that 1 hit point, she gets +2 thwart, +2 attack permanently, right? As long as she keeps that 1 hit point. And then she'll never take consequential damage if you're always activating hero form. Daredevil will take damage instead. So she'll be a 3/4 ally, 3 thwart, 4 attack. Each time she activates, you take a damage on Daredevil. You can buff her up even more, but like, I mean, 3 thwart and 4 attack every single turn. That's really high. So I think Daredevil was actually really good with her. So I'm gonna put him either A or S. I'm gonna put him in S because I don't think, and we may drop him down depending on if we see a bunch of other heroes that have like better allies for this. But I think that I feel like he's S because I don't think there's that many heroes. I forgot to share a tab again. I don't think that there's that many heroes that have an ally that is able to stay in play forever and just chill on the board. I don't think that's a very common thing in Marvel Champions. So I feel like Daredevil was a really good ally for that. Viking says, think we'll see Luke's last card today. Ooh, I personally did not think we would, but I mean, now that you mentioned, I have no clue. I honestly, I was surprised that we saw all of Jessica Jones's cards. I don't know if that's like the normal thing going forward because we didn't see all of Echo's cards or Daredevil's cards until the content creator like previews or whatever, right? So it's yeah, I was they showed all of Jessica's cards um, with the like the Instagram post and the Facebook post. So for Luke, they also showed two more of his cards in the Instagram post and the Facebook post. But yeah, I don't expect him to get two of those, right? So like if they do review his last card, I wonder where else it would be. But wherever it is, it's gonna be different than Jessica Jones because Jessica Jones got everything already from the social media. So yeah, I personally did not expect it today, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like through some sort of like just random thing. I think fantasy flight games have been doing like a bunch of random things these days of how they like preview cards and stuff. So but yeah, all right, let's yeah. So I think Daredevil, I think it's S tier. So let's put him there. I think he's gonna be really good with Righteous Purpose. Okay. Next, let's just like start from the beginning here. So I think Peter Parker Spider-Man, he's one that we talked about. I think he's gonna be really good. I think he might also go in the S tier actually, because he's one of the few heroes. I'm trying to pull him up here. If that has an ally that doesn't take consequence damage, right? Black Cat, no consequence damage marker if she attacks. So if you get her down to 1 hit point, you just have her Thor for 1. She drops it down to 1 hit point immediately, much quicker than Electro, right? Because Electro you have to activate twice, while Daredevil is an alter ego. For Spider-Man, you just play Black Cat, you thwart once, she's down to 1 hit point. Then the Righteous is online because Black Cat only has 1 hit point remaining, exactly 1 remaining. And then she has +2 thwart, +2 attack. So like she can never thwart or else she'll die, right? She'll have 3 thwart, 3 attack. If she thwarts, she'll take the consequence damage, get knocked out. But whenever she attacks, she takes consequence damage. So she's quicker to get online, but I think Electra has a better build out. You can buff up Electra for Black Cat. You just get her up really, really quickly. So I think we're trying to build around Righteous Purpose. I think I'll put Daredevil in front because I feel like we want to put stuff like sidearm and other attachments on him. And Electra can thwart. So I think that's like the one up. I think like even though Black Cat gets there faster, right? Like to the 1 hit point faster, I think that at the end of the day, she'll only be attacking for you, right? She can't really thwart for you. So Luke says, Psychic Spidey Black Cat deck, brutal. Yeah. You have to. Yeah, you can, yeah. I mean, it will be really strong. She can just be attacking though. You have to get her hit points down to 1 and just have her attack basically, right? Because the moment that she thwarts, she'll take a damage, and you're keeping her at the 1 hit point. Then I mean, obviously, if you do this without Righteous Purpose, it's already good. But yeah, talking about how it synergizes with Righteous Purpose. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fast to get her like attack up with Righteous Purpose. It's just the fully built up, or like if you're able to spend a bunch of turns on it, you're losing value like in the very late game just because she's not able to throw. But yeah, I mean, I think you can definitely vote on her with that 1 hit point. And Righteous Purpose can give her like what you got: Inspired Sidearm, that's +2 attack, plus Righteous Purpose, that's +4 attack. So she can go up to 5 attack pretty easily and just constantly attack every single turn. You can give her like if you give her Honor Avenger and give her like Sky Cycle, you'll have to have to have her thwart to like bring her hit points down to 1 again. But I think Honor Avenger will go pretty good on her. Jack Bell, hope you're doing well, dude. Welcome to the chat. Okay, let's continue here. I don't know any of these guys have anything. Let's take a look. I think we can go through some of these like really fast, like just rapid. So Captain Marvel, her ally is recurring ally, right? It interplay effect with Spider-Woman, where she enters play, you confuse a villain. Captain Marvel, she has 12 hit points, and you can spend an energy to heal damage from her, but it's not helping you stay at 1 hit point without taking damage. So I don't think she's like, she basically, we can just put her here. She-Hulk, same thing. Yeah, Hellcat takes consequential damage, even though you return to your hand, doesn't really matter. And then She-Hulk herself isn't really like preventing damage on her. Iron Man, same thing. Black Panther, you got Shuri. Yeah, Shuri's on play as well, so same thing. Yeah, so none of these guys are that good at all. So yeah, there's no immediate synergy. I almost want to put, yeah, we'll see where we end up here, but I might bump up Luke Cage because Luke Cage doesn't need to chump block with his toughs. So he can at least keep the ally spots cleared for like the allies to do ally things. I think these heroes over here, even She-Hulk, even though she has more hit points, don't necessarily like have that stuff. So you know what? Let's go ahead and bump Luke Cage up here. I think the fact that he can just have ally spots and not worry about like clogging them up with like chump blockers, I think that makes him a little better than these guys here for the Righteous Purpose combo. All right, let's move on to Captain America. Captain America's got Agent 13. She's on play, right? When she enters play, you can remove 2 threats. So she's not good to Voltron. Captain America himself. Ooh, he's got Captain America's helmet. Do you think that helps, guys? Do you feel that helps? And guys, please like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. It really helps push the video out to more people. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give the stream a like. So Captain America's helmet here. Let me tap. So it's a 1+ upgrade. When Captain America would be defeated, set his hit point down to 1, and then discard this card. So what I'm thinking is if you get Captain America down to 1 remaining hit point, I mean, this can set you to 1. And if you're at 1 hit point, you can just like stay at 1 hit point. So then Captain America's got his 2 Thor 2 attack. Per 2 more Thor plus 2 more attacks. So you're at 4 Thor 4 attack. And then this just kind of gives you like a buffer to where like if you ever take 1 damage, you'll stay alive with the helmet here. All right. I feel like that's solid, right? So I don't know if he's pretty. He's like maybe better than Luke Cage then, just because of that, right? Just because like it's not necessarily great or anything like that. Like they're not amazing, but they like have more like they have like a little bit of synergy, You know what I mean? Like Daredevil and Spider-Man are really good with the Righteous Purpose, but these guys have a little bit of synergy. All right, we got Kamala here. I don't think her alpha does anything. He's like on play, right? Like that interrupt. And then she doesn't really want to be at low health. So same thing here. This is like in no particular order. We're just gonna put them all in the C tier if they have no synergy. Thor. What about Thor? He's got Lady Sif is not that good. She's on play as well. When she enters play, you can write up Thor. And Thor doesn't really want to be at low health. So yeah, same thing, no synergy. Doctor Strange could be interesting, actually. Let's look at Doctor Strange. He could be interesting. He could be an interesting one. Let me see. So if he uses the 7 Rings of Ragador, he's giving out Tufts. So he can give himself a Tuft if he's at 1 health. Okay. That's not bad. It's kind of like, yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. And then with Wong, exhaust Wong, choose either heal 1 damage from your identity or discard top card of the invocation deck. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get Wong to 1 health, and then if he's +2 Thor +2 attack, he's 3 Thor 4 attack. You give him a Tuft with the 7 rings so that he can activate. It's not that good. I'll put him in the bottom of B, but I think it's tough. I think that it's a little bit tough to get those Tufts out for him. It's like there's synergy there. Like it's better than these guys, but it's very rare. I think like you need to have the 7 rings basically, and only for like 1 activation too, right? Yeah, I mean getting the Tuft on your hero is not bad. So maybe it's better for Strange than it is for Wong, because really if you're using Wong for activations, you're not using him for his ability, which is like pretty good too. But you don't want to use him for his ability to heal Strange for 1 damage, because then Strange will go up to 2 damage or to 2 remaining hit points, so then he can't be able to get the +2 from Righteous Purpose. So yeah, I think that Strange is definitely the bottom of the B tier. But yeah, let's see if there's actually any heroes in the A tier, because like maybe we'll drop this down, like drop these guys down and just eliminate the S tier. Because I'm not sure right here. I feel like there's no one, such a big gap between like Captain America and Spider-Man. Like Black Cat Voltron is just so good, swinging for 3 every single turn. And then Captain America, I mean, you got to keep your hit points down to 1. I mean, you got the ready too, right? So if you have 4 Thor 4 attack, you can ready with your I can do this all day. So maybe Captain America might be A tier. I'm not sure. What is up, Heroic Skeleton? Hope you guys are doing well. We just bought our Spider-Man brand new day tickets last night. So Super excited for the movie. Yeah, super excited for that. Okay, let's look at Black Widow here. She got anything going on? Black Widow. Um, you got Bucky. He doesn't really do anything. He just reduced costs. You have preps, and she can't really like, keep herself at 1 hit point. So yeah, let's put her over here. Hulk, no ally. He doesn't want to be at 1 hit point either. Hawkeye, he doesn't want to be squishy. Mockingbird. Mockingbird could be a protector for him. So Mockingbird's not an ally to use Righteous Purpose with, but she could protect him at 1 health. But I think she's so expensive. I don't know if I consider that synergy. Like keep Hawkeye at 1 health. You know what? Let's put it, and we'll actually put on Strange because I think Strange might be a little bit better. Even though I did say Strange would be at the bottom. Okay, let's bump these guys up then because I think we're not going to change we're going to change the text here to good then because I don't. Yeah, and then I think that we'll change it to like has a bit of synergy. So like there's like slight synergy with these heroes here. Heroic says rapid response recursion. Remember they get back 1 damage, so Maria Hill will go wild. Ooh, so you're saying like if we rapid response and just keep recurring an ally, they'll always have that 1 hit point. Yeah, that might be better actually. That might be pretty good. Let's take a that's not in her kit though, right? Yeah. I mean, she's the only one. Let me see here. Yeah, for Black Widow. Let me see. So each time you trigger a prep, you can do 1 damage to an enemy. After you play a prep, you draw a card. Okay, so she's got the resource generators, the gauntlets here to generate resources for preps. So you're saying like use practice plan to recur the rapid response, right? Yeah, I can bump her up. I can bump her up because like the thing is like you have to recur an ally with 2 health, and then when they activate, they just die. But I mean, it's better than nothing. Like, yeah, change the names of the tiers. Like, has a bit of synergy. Like, yeah, I feel like we can bump Black Widow here. I think Hawkeye might be a little better though, right? Because Hawkeye has it. Like, you need to build her with practice play and rapid response, which you're probably doing anyways if you're doing leadership. But you do need some outside cards for that. And Hawkeye, I don't think he's great either. Um, Shut the tab here. So Hawkeye, what I was saying with him is that if you just stick to 1 health with Hawkeye, or this is like not good at all, but let's say you get Hawkeye down to 1 health, Mockingbird, when the villain initiates an attack against you, you can spend a resource to return to your hand and prevent all her damage. So she can like protect Hawkeye at 1 health, kind of. So like, he'll be 3 or 4 attack with the righteous purpose. So like you have other stuff, put in other aspect cards. You stun and confuse the villain with his stun and confuse in kit to try like do that. So like, yeah, I think Hawkeye is also not great. I think that everyone here is like honestly not that good. Like I probably wouldn't play them with righteous purpose, but like there's something there if you like really want to play here with righteous purpose. If you like build into it with like the aspect cards, like with the whole like kit for defenders like Misty Knight and stuff. I think these heroes might be better um than these down here. Heroic says, yeah, she can rapid response every turn, every time. It's almost doubles it. How does she rapid response every turn? I think I'm missing something. I'm not a big Black Widow player too. How does she? Because I know there's like a Agent Coulson combo, right? But that's with Spider Woman because she can run 2 aspects. She can rapid response every turn. Does she have what's her thing to recur? Oh, you mean from flipping down to alter ego, the safe house? Because I don't know how reliable that is. Because then you have to flip down. So like, do you mean she can rapid response every single turn? She can recur preparation to wonder cards. But it's the alter ego action card, right? So like, from like looking of it, you can only do it if you flip down. So like, and a rapid response is a hero. So unless I'm missing another card here, because rapid response is a hero response. So you're playing leadership, you don't have ready for a fight, right? So you trigger the rapid response in hero form. You flip down to alter ego to recur it, but then you can't. Let me think. How do you? So then you play it back down. Wait, let me see. Okay, you're in hero form. You trigger rapid response. You flip down to alter ego. You recur it. You play it back down. The next turn, you flip back up to hero form. You trigger the rapid response, but you can't flip back down to alter ego again because you have to flip back down to alter ego, right? So, like, it's not every single turn. Um, yeah, because then you got to wait a whole turn to flip back down alter ego to recur it again, and you can only have one rapid response to play because it's max one per player, like on the field. So yeah, am I missing something? Let me know if I'm missing something, but I think it's not every single turn. If it was every single turn, I would definitely bump her up. Um, be like good here. So I'm probably gonna put Spiral in there actually. Um, yeah, safe house. You want to flip sometimes, but you're also going to have 3 practice planes with her. I mean, yeah, but that's also a max one per player, right? So like, let's like if you draw, 3 rap responses in early on, or you draw 3 practice plans. Yeah, I mean, I seriously, I don't think I don't think it's possible to do every single turn. I guess you're gonna want a cameo Shuri with her these days. Cameo Shuri. You mean Black Panther Shuri? That can grab you an upgrade, but only from your deck, I believe, right? Like Shuri only needs to choose from your deck. So like, I mean, yeah, I don't, the cameo is so slow too. I mean, I feel that's a lot of things that you need to go right. I mean, are you making the case for her to like go to like the A tier, I guess? Or do you think that she's fine here in the B tier? Because if you guys disagree, I could just let me know. I could definitely do a poll and then see what chat thinks. Moon Knight says Righteous Purpose gives +2/+2 even you're an alter ego. I mean, you can thwart an alter ego. I mean, can you thwart an alter ego? Yeah, yeah. So Righteous Purpose. I mean, whoops. Are you talking about for the hero? So it gives a +2 for every character, including your hero or your ally. But obviously, if you're an alter ego, you can't use your basic thwart or your basic attack stat. So isn't really useful if you're in alter ego with your identity. But this is active for your allies. So if you mean like can if Black Widow is at 1 hit point in alter ego, her ally will still have the +2 thwart +2 attack. Yeah. So the ally can still thwart an alter ego, but the hero can't if the hero is an alter ego. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the poll for Black Widow here because I'm not sure what you guys think. So let's see where let's see Black Widow synergy with Righteous Purpose. And guys, please give the stream a like. Let's try to get the likes up to like 10 here. Let's see. Yeah, cool way to play Alice and alter ego. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, and then we can just let that poll run here for Black Widow and see what you guys think about that. Okay, so Spider Woman I think might be a really, really good one because the big thing with her is that she can use 2 aspects. And I think that allowing you to run extra aspect cards is going to be really good with her. So let me pull up Spider Woman here. Okay, so we got so just the fact that you can run 2 aspects with her, I think it's gonna be a main thing. Because for Captain Marvel, if you give her like an energy shield, then you can keep her at 1 hit point. And every single time she would take constant damage, you can prevent it with the energy, generate the energy resource needed for energy shield with finesse here. So like being able to include Righteous Purpose, which is a leadership card, but with protection, which is a or energy shield, which is a protection card. I mean, that's super duper good. So yeah, I feel like that alone is already gonna put her pretty good. So and I think that she runs. I mean, she's the one that can run the rapid response recursion thing like every single turn, but it won't have the Righteous Purpose, right? It's with Agent Coulson, the Justice ally. If you just play him rapid response, they can keep recurring each other. But Coulson doesn't get down to 1 hit point immediately, right? You have to actually like have him activate first. So I think the energy shield with protection is better with her. So she's gonna go A or S. Is she S? Let me think here. She might be S. She might be in front of Daredevil, I think. The thing is, okay, so like, how are we gonna evaluate this? So the thing is with these guys, like with Daredevil and Spider-Man, they don't need any other aspect cards. And Spider-Woman, you have to play in protection. I think protection is a must for her to get that up. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think, let me see here what you guys are saying. I almost want to put Black Widow in S, but I'll say A. She's so powerful in leadership already. It's just kind of overkill. Man, I do not get the Black Widow hype, guys. I like because the thing is, what like okay, you're saying too much setup with Spider-Woman? Yeah, I could see it, but then like Black Widow needs that same amount of setup, right? And like I don't see how Black Widow with Righteous Purpose is better than like Luke Cage. Because if you're doing that with Righteous Purpose with Black Widow, how are you defending attacks every single turn? Like, are you just face taking the attacks to the face, you know? Because like I just and I don't think she's able to recur. Like you're using your whole hand because you're playing a rapid response, you're playing a practice plan, and if you're building up to where I think you actually need to play, let me think. Let me pull it up here again. If you're thinking about, oh, I'm gonna have the gauntlets here. Well, that's like extra setup here as well. So like we need to play both her gauntlets to have the resources to play the rapid response every single turn, or else you're spending 3 ER for rapid response. You need the ally in play too, and you also need the safe house in play. So that's a bunch of cards that you're not getting. Like we're not able to play everything on a first deck pass because Black Widow's actual like building pressure like it's not that good, right? Like she's just taking like she has no way to really block out damage until she's set up with the sin suit, but then you're just defending too, right? For 3. But like his allies to chump block, right? So she's like you have to spend every single turn chump blocking in addition to like the rapid response combo, which is not every single turn. But then you need to keep your ally that ally that you're righteous purposing, that you're rapid responding, you never chump block with that ally because you want to actually use the effect of the righteous purpose on the ally. So I'm not, I don't know. I mean, you guys voting S tier, so I guess we're gonna put an S. I'm gonna let the poll run though, but she plays a lot of allies for cheap or free and recurs them in leadership. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you guys voting S. Bump her up, but I heavily disagree with that. But yeah, but you mentioned Spider Woman needs setup, so I can drop her down here. Um, I mean, I think Spider Woman's setup is pretty easy to be honest. Like you just have to play Captain Marvel, put her energy shoot on her, and play Righteous Purpose, right? And then like you don't even need the finesse. Then you spend one resource every single turn, and Captain Marvel is drawing you that resource back. Um, You said you can noble sacrifice Bucky, who's a free ally. Like, yeah, but like that's separate from righteous purpose, right? Like we're talking about Black Widow for righteous purpose. And I don't know if she runs that well. Muna says, is there some cards in other aspects that pay with hit points to do something to reach 1 hit point faster? You're talking about like Daredevil stuff, right? I'm not sure off the top of my head. Yeah, if you guys know any, feel free to let me know in chat. But I don't know if there's anything that like force you to take hit points. I think you might have to actually take it yourself. Um, Protection is a great aspect to help you like manage that to get yourself to guarantee 1. But I mean, usually in minion stuff, like having the minions hit you, like you'll know that you'll get 1. Jack Bus says there must be some good allies in different aspects that Starwoman can bring it. Yeah. The fact that she can cover in other aspects along with leadership also helps her. So I feel like she goes in S here. I think we keep Spider-Man and Daredevil first net in S because I feel like they don't need any aspect cards. Like they have it in kit already. Like Electro is gonna just sustain herself, and then Spider-Man, Black Cat, I mean, is just gonna like be there attacking. If you only play Righteous Purpose but nothing else. Um, but yeah. All right, guys, you guys are voting. We have 2 votes in A here too. Okay. So I mean, We may drop Black Widow down. Let me make a case here for Black Widow like being not an S here. If you guys vote for it though, we'd definitely keep her there. But okay. All right. So okay. So the case I'm hearing for Black Widow being an S with righteous purpose, right? Like the point is we're not talking about S anything else other than like you guys are saying that she has amazing synergy with righteous purpose. Okay. So uh okay. So righteous purpose, let's look up. And the only case I'm seeing that's good with that is rapid response, right? Like correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not hearing anything else in the chat. But basically, you guys are saying that rapid response is needed for her to have good synergy with righteous purpose, right? So without this card, there is no righteous purpose for Black Widow. So you have to have this card. This card is after an ally control is defeated, discard it, put the ally into play from your discard pile and deal damage to it. So essentially what we want is to recur like a 2-cost ally like Maria Hill, the leadership ally from the core set. And then she comes in with 2 hit points. You put a damage on her, so she has 1 hit point left. So now she's 4 thwart 3 attack with the righteous purpose buff. You activate once with her, she dies. So whenever she dies, you have to trigger the rapid response immediately on her again. But you're paying 2 costs to play another copy down from your hand that you hopefully recurred with safe house. Like, so you need to have safe house down. So like we need the righteous purpose. We need the righteous purpose down. We need rapid response down. We need safe house down. We need to go to alter ego to use this. And you need the gauntlets down to pay for the rapid response, or else you're losing 3 ER every single turn. That's all you're doing the entire turn. It's just spending like 5 ER to have an ally thwart for 3 and then die. Well, I'm not, guys. I don't see the combo there at all. Like I don't see. Like, let me know if there's something that I'm missing, but I don't see, like, I don't know, guys. I feel like that's terrible. I feel like, I mean, I could make the case of bumping him to her B, you know what I mean, from C, but like I don't know. I feel like that's so obscure. But maybe I'm missing something. Jack Bell says I might have voted S. Thought we were voting on Spy Woman. Okay. So if you were, if you want to change your vote, what would you change it to? I guess because like if you guys vote for her to be an S, I'll leave her there. But I really don't want her because I just don't feel like I feel like she doesn't fit in S. I feel like it's such a obscure thing. Heroic says, okay, all right. Here's a case for Black Widow. These are all things that Black Widow is already doing in leadership, and it's already a top tier deck. Nothing is changing except you're adding a new card that buffs up the allies. I mean, so I don't think Black Widow leadership is a top tier deck. Like, do you feel like Black Widow leadership is a better leadership recursion than like different decks? You know, Julio, what is up, dude? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we are just doing a stream of wrecking every single hero for righteous purpose, and right now we're stuck on Black Widow because we don't know where to put her. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people, or it seems like people are voting for her to be A or S here. Yeah, so I'm fine with her in A, but we're just seeing how good these heroes are with where is it? We're just ranking every single hero for how good they are, and we're trying to determine Black Widow right now. And I think she's C, to be honest, but I don't mind putting her in B. But I think A might go through here because it looks like we have the majority of votes in A now. We have 33% of votes S, 50% of votes in A, and the 17% in B. So Horace Gatson says, yeah, I'd say it's her strongest aspect. I really like Widow in protection with the with ready for a fight as a prep for that. But yeah, I could see leadership being good for her too with rapid response. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go with A then because we got 57% of the votes here in A, 29 in S, 14 in B. Okay. Yeah. So let's drop her down to A. I'm gonna put her bottom A to be honest. So I mean I'm gonna let you guys determine the tier, but I think that Luke Cage is gonna have a better time with righteous purpose. And like I like hear your argument of righteous purpose being like, you know, you're just playing her anyways as normal, and then you just in leadership and you're just adding in the righteous purpose. But like I feel like it's a big deal to play like an extra 2 cost card, especially if you don't get value from the card. So I feel like you have to actually like use the card. You know what I mean? Like it's not just because then you can just say like for any hero you just add in righteous purpose. But like you really want to be, especially if you're facing a tougher villain, you're not going to be able to have the breathing room to do that if you're not getting value back from it. You know. So I think getting in righteous purpose, and then having it like give you several extra thwarting or damage every single turn. I think that's where you're gonna get more value. I think Luke Cage can more easily do that. Just because if you're playing an ally, and they're down, all your allies when they're down to 1 health, like they'll get that. And you, because for Luke Cage, you're essentially never chump blocking. So the opportunity cost for all these other heroes here and like here and stuff is that every single time you have an ally at 1 health and they activate and die because they activate, you're losing that as a chump blocker, which is like really powerful. So it's kind of like that pros and cons of like, yeah. So I think that's why Luke Cage, just because he's always taking attacks to the face, gives him a better use of that card, because you're always using the ally's last activation for a thwart or attack. Yeah, you're playing Luke Cage, you're basically always using the last activation of ally. Versus for other heroes, you're not using that every single time, you know? Let's see. Julio says Black Widow in leadership is good rapid response recursion, but she's way better in justice or protection. Yeah, we're talking about the rapid response for her and how that will work with righteous purpose. Yeah. Heroic says protection may be better for true solo. Okay, it's also really good. Yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, where's the poll here? We have 25% S tier, 25% B tier, and 50% A. So yeah, it's just an even split for A tier. Yeah. So we're just gonna put her in the A tier. All right, that was oof. I didn't expect that for Black Widow, but seems like a lot of people want her high, I guess. Which I don't know. I can see the rapid response combo. I just feel like with righteous purpose in mind, like it's a little bit different of like, I guess maybe the criteria of like how we're evaluating, like not just a leadership build, like if that's good, but necessarily like righteous purpose being good, you know? If she's getting value from righteous purpose, right? Because this tier list is for righteous purpose. Heroic says these days now we have Suit Up, Avenge Me, and Noble Sacrifice. She is absolutely cracked in leadership. Yeah, I mean that's like a lot of Avengers have, you know, the Avenge Me, but then the other thing with Avenge Me is like, I guess if you avenge me on the righteous purpose ally and they take constant damage and get defeated, and you draw cards from, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I feel like you should just keep it in play. Like the way that I'm looking towards righteous purpose is like a Voltron build. So the way I'm seeing is like if a hero can Voltron really well, then like that's how righteous purpose gets the full value. You know what I mean? So like I don't think Black Widow is a good Voltron hero. I think she's good with recursion. You know, so that's why I have these other heroes in front, because I think all of them can Voltron better. And then I think we're gonna drop. Oh man, let's do a vote for Spy Woman here. S or A tier for Star. So like all of the top 5 here can Voltron really well. Spider-Man and Daredevil are good with righteous purpose with nothing else, like just their hero kits. Spider-Woman needs like other aspects. And oh, and I saw someone mention pool. Yeah. So like if you run pool and leadership, um, a lot of the pool, like head pool, only has 1 hit point anyways, and the pool ads don't take constant damage, so they can stay in play forever. So I think S tier is fine for her. Like if she didn't have, like I would put her in A, but I feel like because she has different synergies in protection and in pool, I feel like S tier is like better for her. Let's do a poll for Spider-Woman. I feel like Spider-Woman should be S tier, but let's see what you guys think. Synergy with righteous purpose. Let's go and do all the brackets here. Let's see what you guys vote for. But I feel like S, but I don't mind dropping her down to A. Julio says, I mean, are we talking about true solo or multiplayer? I think it's the same. I feel like, I mean, I think obviously in multiplayer it's easier to build out, right? So it's easier to get what you want set up, but like it's just like there's synergy with righteous purpose. I don't think it changes, right? Because like if you're playing Spider-Man true solo, he's still gonna have Black Cat. Like you play Black Cat, throw with her once, she's at 1 hit point and she can attack with the +2 from Righteous Purpose. So she's swinging for 3 every single turn, whether you're playing 2 solo or 2-player or 3-player, right? Same for Spire Woman, same for like Daredevil. So I would say like in both player counts, you know. Skeleton says S tier Spire Woman, pull Righteous Purpose. Yeah. I feel like the pull aspect being that with her too is also gonna be super good. Okay, so we have 100% of votes in S tier. Yeah, I feel like that's easy. Yeah, so we're gonna keep her in S. Okay, let's okay. We took a little bit longer on Starwoman and Black Widow, so let's kind of rapid fire these real quick. Oh wait, Ant-Man might be good too, right? Oh man, let me see. So Ant-Man. So Ant-Man is nothing good for himself. I think for himself, you don't really care about it, but his ally. No, she's on play. Am I switching it with the Wasp hero? So after she enters, you do damage to enemy. If you're in giant form, remove 2 from a scheme. Or if you're in tiny form, remove 2 from a scheme. Yeah, so I mean, it's just on play ally, nothing to Voltron. You can't really. So I think he's easy. We just put him in the C tier. Is Wasp the one that has a more Voltronable ally? Ant-Man says, while you're in giant form, he gets +1 attack, and while you're in tiny form, he gets +1 throw. Yeah, okay, so he's more Voltronable. But at the same time, it's not like you have any means to do that to keep his hit points at 1. You can't really keep his hit points at 1. You know? Same for the Wasp hero herself. But none of these. Okay, so the thing is, what do you guys think? Should I make a new tier? Yeah. So Heroic says Aim is a good Voltron ally, true, but how are you keeping it out exactly? Yeah. So it's like, should we make a tier where like how do we add a row here? Should we make a tier that says, so we change the D and make the C like has a Voltron ally, but no synergy. So like there's no synergy with Righteous Purpose, but you have a Voltron ally. And then this is just no synergy at all. You know what I mean? How do you guys feel about that? Heroic says, yeah, at 1 hit point. Yeah, like how do you keep the Ant-Man ally from Wasp out? So, okay, should we add a tier here? Let's end this poll. Yeah, you guys voted 7% in S tier votes for Spider-Man being S tier. Okay, should we add this tier? Should we add this new tier for heroes that have a Voltron noble ally, but no synergy for Righteous Purpose? So like, basically, if we add this tier, I'm gonna put Wasp in it because she has a good Voltron ally. If we don't add the tier, I'll just put her in the D tier, you know? So all the heroes that don't have synergy, we just put in the D tier. Because these heroes at least have some synergy with Righteous Purpose itself, right? Very, very little has a little synergy. Or let's put have a little synergy. Yeah, so like I think there's gonna be very few heroes that are actually gonna have like good synergy with it, you know. Heroic says, nah, because how do you keep the Voltron ally out? You never want to attack with a +2 because they'll die. Yeah, true. I mean, you need aspect cards, right? Like you need stuff like I don't know. I mean, I guess like Defenders stuff is like the new stuff that's giving them toughs. Well, I mean, is there any other way other than Energy Shield? I feel that might be the only way. Yeah, there is no other way, right? Yeah, I mean, they can activate one time pretty good, but like, yeah, you know what? I feel that's a good point. Yeah, we have 100% of votes here going for no. So yeah, let's not add the poll or let's not add the tier here. So let's drop her down to D, and we're just gonna delete this row. Yeah, so I feel like this is better. Yeah. So this would be in no particular order. I'm not gonna, because if they have no synergy, they have no synergy. So like, let's not really focus too much on this. Shane, welcome to chat. Spider-Woman can pair with Energy Shield, making ER activate with the shield. Yeah, and I really like that Finesse can generate a resource. That can be a resource sink for Finesse. If you not play any other aspect cards that turn, you can use Finesse to generate the energy for Energy Shield, which is really good. But also pull aspect with leadership is good for her too. Heroic says ready for action, but that's pretty wasteful. Oh yeah. But yeah, I totally agree. Like that's kind of wasteful just for that extra activation for the ally. Kyle says She-Hulk would benefit significantly from this card. She wants a low health to play Gamma Slam. Ooh, and if Focus Rage can get her health down, do we bump She-Hulk up? Okay, yeah, I don't mind bumping She-Hulk up for that. I don't mind bumping her up. She can become just keep her at one. But the thing is, like, whenever she's at the 1 health, then you can't ever use Focus Rage again. You know what I mean? Because then, like, you'll like die, obviously. So it's like she can get to 1 health with Focus Rage, but then you just kind of want to stay. Because like Gamma Slam is more for like a big push. So like I try to get her hit points down to 1 for the Gamma Slam. But then Righteous Purpose wants you to have that like the entire game. You want to be at 1 health like the whole entire game, so that every single time you thwart or attack, you get +2. So She-Hulk would be a 5 attack, 3 thwart hero. But if you're, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of synergy. Yeah. So I don't mind putting her in the B tier. Okay, Quicksilver. Ooh, Quicksilver is gonna be another tough one to do because he's got a lot of readies, right? I feel like that's gonna be pretty good with him. Let me see here. So we got Scarlet Witch, way to keep her at 1 hit point, even though she is a good roll charmable ally. Okay, you got Quicksilver down 1 health. And obviously he ready. So if he's 3 thwart, 3 attack, give him to 4/4 with other stuff, with his with hyper perception and with reinforce. I can't ever say that Sinew or whatever. But I think there's a little bit of synergy. There's a little bit of synergy. Like he's also not like amazing. I think it's a little bit of synergy. It's just like if you're at 1 health and the villain has retaliate, you die. You can't get tough with Quicksilver. Like bad happens where like you just get like, an encounter card says like take 1 damage and you just die. So like that's kind of scary. But like the fact that he readies so much, like the +2 throw +2 attack goes crazy on him if he can put it on himself. So I feel like there's like a little bit of synergy there. Julio says, I feel like this card is not only good with Voltron allies, but with ally swarm strategies as well, especially with cheap low hit point allies. I don't know if I agree with that. So let me think. So like the thing with why I don't necessarily think that is because I feel like usually when you're playing ally swarm and recursion, they're also chump blocking. Like all the allies activate until they have 1 health and then they block for you. You know what I mean? So like unless you're playing an ally recursion / swarm build, but you're never chump blocking with them, then yeah, for all their last activations, you get the extra benefit. But it's kind of like weighing. It's basically weighing. Do you want your ally? So if you're using cheap allies, I assume they have like 1 thwart or 1 attack, right? So they have like lower stats. Would you rather have that ally thwart for 3 or attack for 3, or block like a villain attack for you? You know what I mean? I think that's like the opportunity cost of this card if you're just running it normally. You know what I mean? And I feel like most of the time, I mean, not even most of the time. I just feel like chump blocking a villain attack is more value than the other thing. You know what I mean? It's more value than throwing for 3 or attacking for 3. You know what I mean? If the ally has an extra effect and can stay in play forever, and they're like doing something else, you know what I mean? Like a Black Cat attacks for 3, but she doesn't take console damage, and you can just have her be like a 3 attack hitter every single turn. Like that's like better than having her chump block. You know what I mean? Let me see. Skeleton says, I figured that's why you put Cap in A. Which what's so the reason, so I'm not sure what you mean for the reason. The reason I put Cap in A is because he's got a little bit of the synergy that Quicksilver's got with the right, but like that's kind of like the last thing that I'm looking at. The thing is that if you get Cap to 1 hit point, then you can just keep him there and you have a safety net because he has his helmet on. So, and then if you don't have 1 hit point, the helmet can get you to 1 as well. So like basically he can just stay at 1 hit point, and if you have the helmet in play, then he has 4 thwart, 4 attack. And if you never take that scary damage, that like +2 damage he just has forever, but if you do get that encounter card where it's like take 2 damage, you don't lose a game, you have your helmet there as a safety net. So it's like having the safety net, I think is like decent. I think yeah. So it's like those three reasons, I guess. So having the safety net, having the helmet allow you to drop down to one exactly, and also having the I can do this all day for like an on demand ready with your 4 attack. So like if you get capped down to 1 hit point, he can Thor for 4, ready it back up with Thor 4 again. You know what I mean? Like he's just very, very like good tempo there. You know what I mean? So it's really like a card that we don't really use that much with Cap, or that I don't really use. It's not the best Cap card, but like I think the helmet it's like the main thing for him with Righteous Purpose. Shane says, sorry, I missed the beginning. Did we talk about pairing Mass Attack? We did not mention that. Let me pull that up here. Mass Attack. So 3 cost event, exhaust 3 allies you control a shared trait with your hero, deal X damage to the enemy where X equal to the total attack of those allies and your hero. Oh, that's pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, the thing is, it's a lot of setup, but it's good for like a huge push, especially with Righteous Purpose. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if you use this Righteous Purpose, I mean, it's essentially if you have all 3 allies that have and your hero get if you get everyone to 1 hit point, you're getting like that's 4 characters for +2 attack. So that's like +8 attack. Add to all of their like regular attacks. I mean, this could be like 3 for like I don't know 3 for like 16 damage. I think this is really fun. I don't know if it's like actually practical, but I think that this is like for your mass burst damage. Her successes and unified strike. I can look that up too. Unified strike. I think someone mentioned that because I was talking about that card. I think they said when I use the basic power, you exhaust your hero out of your hero's matching power. Oh yeah, because yeah, same thing. If they're both at 1 hit point, then you get the double +2 from it. Yeah. So I think any card that has that is a pretty good for a Righteous Purpose too. Okay, Julio says, yeah, but someone's characters can defend but can't thwart or do damage consistently. Maybe some heroes will finally be viable outside protection. Yeah, I think there's definitely like if um if you're playing an already tanky hero and you just need extra thwarting or damage, I think this could be a great way to play ally swarm with that hero for sure. Heroic says, oh, I guess the helmet is a minor synergy too. Yeah, I feel like using allies is more impactful with it for him though. Using allies. I don't what's the Captain America synergy with allies, I guess? Because I feel like there's not anything outright with him, right? Kyle says teamwork. Is teamwork synergy with that? Let me see. I don't. When you use your basic Thor or basic attack. Oh yes, yeah. So the ally has 1 hit point. Yeah, so basically anything that like allows you to keep the ally, you can exhaust them for like another effect so that they don't have to actually activate. So like this could be a way to take advantage of like where we talked about. So basically all this stuff is good for like Wasp, right? Because the her Ant-Man identity ally has extra stats whenever he's in play, especially with 1 hit point with the Righteous Purpose. But like basically any heroes can use stuff like this to get more benefit for it. We keep an ally up forever with teamwork. Yeah, but so my only thing with teamwork and cards like Unified Strike is like if you don't draw that card, then the ally is just chilling there 1 hit point and not doing anything that turn. You know, and I feel like you rather have the ally just be able to do something every single turn. You know, Heroic says more importantly the ally does not take constant damage. Yeah. So I think that's a nice way to keep the ally up, but you need that event, or else the ally is doing nothing. You know. Shane says similar X-Men team event, Team Strike, Gunboat. Oh yeah. Gunboat. I think X-Men might have some really cool stuff because they have more upgrades too, right? With the training upgrades, it goes ways to exhaust them while they're 1 hit point and not having to take normal constant damage. Yeah, Cabbage is really good with Ally Swarm because of Optic ability. Yeah, I mean, I think the Optic ability helps. I don't know if that makes him really good though, to be honest. A couple heroes can recur the event, like Echo. Oh yeah. I think Echo is probably gonna be a good one. You're playing Lucia with her. Yeah. Okay. Let's go Wanda next. I don't think Wanda has anything. She's got actually. What do we think of Wanda? What do you think of Wanda for not for Quicksilver, the ally, but for herself? because she has a lot of Suns and Confuses with the Hex boats. So you drop her down at 1 hit point, you can Sun and Confuse a lot, but you got 3 copies of the Magic Shield. So if she's at 1 hit point and you have all 3 copies down, you have a buffer to her not dying. So like the problem is she has no ready. So like, and she only has an attacks out of 1, but she'll go to 4 Thor 3 attack. I don't know. I feel like that's I feel there's something there. 4 Thor 3 attack. With like, so like she has like more buffers than Captain America, right? 3 Magic Shields instead of just 1. Because he only has 1 helmet. But then Captain America's 4/4 with the ready, and she's 4/3 with no ready. So it's tough to get to 1 hit point without something like Cap's helmet. Yeah. I feel like okay. I will put her in B. Like I feel like she has a little bit of synergy. But if you guys disagree, let me know down in the chat, and we can definitely drop her down. I don't mind dropping her down to D, but I feel like she has a little bit of synergy there. Okay, next we got Groot. Ooh, Groot. Groot might be the GOAT, no? I didn't even think about Groot. Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot that shit. But Scar Wish right here. But let me know if you want to drop her down to D. But yeah, Groot's next. I think he might be the GOAT. Let's see here. Is he even better than the Okay, so he's no ally, but he has growth counters. And as a force control, when you take any amount of damage, you remove the amount of growth counters from him. And you can prevent the damage for each growth counter removed. So if you get Groot down, but like, yeah, so Heroic Skeleton makes a good point. Like, how are you going to get Groot down to 1 hit point? You know what I mean? But if you get him down to 1, he has buffers, and he can get a tough as well with his We Are Groot. So he can get a tough, and the growth counters stack on him. So with Righteous Purpose, if he's at 1 hit point, he essentially has more hit points with the growth counters, but he'll be a 3 Thor 4 attack hero. I mean, he's got good activations, right? He has a ready with your which is the ready one? With your which one? With your lashing vines. This can ready him back up. And then each time you use the activation, you get extra bonuses for the activation on top of the Righteous Purpose. So Heroic says Groot 1 hit point is the GOAT. With this card, Groot is never getting to 1 hit point. Yeah. So like, how do we evaluate that? Because I think that if you get Groot down to 1, he's so good. But if you can't get him down to, but the problem is getting him down to 1 hit point. Because you're forced to remove growth counters instead. So that's tough. I mean, he's definitely going to be at least B tier. Like he has a little bit of synergy, if nothing. I want to put him in good, guys. Do you feel like he's good? Let's do a poll here. How good is Groot with Righteous Purpose? So like we're looking at for Groot. I think that Groot is good. I think he's really good if you can get his hit points down to 1. The problem is how do we get Groot down to 1 hit points to unleash the Righteous Purpose card here, right? Because yeah, I mean Groot with +2 Thor +2 attacks is really good, and he can really take advantage of that as well. It really helps out his whole entire kit. So I think he's really good with it. But it's like he's not a hit point. I think the biggest thing, it's easier for Alice to get down to 1 hit point than it is for the hero. And I don't know how he's gonna get down to 1 hit point, especially in leadership, right? Kyle says Clarity of Purpose. Yeah, Clarity of Purpose is a way, but the thing with Clarity of Purpose is that if you have growth counters, when you would take damage, you instead remove your growth. So you got to make sure you have no growth counters and just drop down super duper quick, you know? So it's so tough. Yeah. I think we want to call B meme tier. I'm fine with Groot and 1 and B. Okay. So maybe we'll just keep Groot and B. Yeah, it looks like with 20% of votes in S, 0 A, 60% of votes in B, and 20% in C. Yeah. So it looks like B's winning. I'll drop him down to B for now. And then if you guys want to, if the poll changes, then we can bump him up or down more. Yeah. That view's kind of bad there because I feel like he's so good with it. It's just he just can't get down 1 hit point, even with Clarity of Purpose, because like you have to generate so many resources and you can't have growth counters because growth counters will force interrupt, take that away from you, and you can't use Clarity of Purpose in Alter Ego because it's a hero resource only, right? Is it a hero resource? Let's check Clarity of Purpose real quick. Because the way for Groot maybe to take damage in Alter Ego. But I think Clarity of Purpose is a hero resource, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Clear purpose is a hero resource here. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be tough for Groot to drop down at 1. That's his. Julio says Groot would be better with ally swarm since he doesn't need to chump block. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Com says Groot Rush Purpose sounds so amazing, but it sounds very difficult and not worthy. Yeah, I think it would be a really fun game for sure. Like to get him down there and then unleash it. But yeah. Um, FIFO says hi, just arrived. What is up, FIFO? Hope you're doing good. Wasp, I should put her in B because if you're in Alter Ego, she can bring back the allies with the printed, with the mental print resource. Um, Yeah, I don't know that adds for so this tier list is for righteous purpose, for how good the hero is with righteous purpose. I'm not sure bringing back the allies like that useful because she wants them at 1 hit point. You know what I mean? Um. So yeah. All right. Let's try rapid fire some of these guys. So Rocket, I think there's no synergy there. Man, we're not even halfway done. Holy cow. I didn't expect this to be so. I didn't expect to see so many heroes have synergy. I thought almost everyone would have no synergy. Starler. Okay, we're gonna leave him here. We're gonna just skip some and just do some that have no synergy first because I wanna like get some of these out of the way real quick. Okay. Let's do some quick ones here. So Gamora, nothing there. Venom, nothing there. Spectrum, nothing there. Warlock. Oh, he's got multiple aspects, so we gotta keep him. We gotta keep him. Nebula, nothing there. Drax will keep because he's pretty tanky too. So we'll just keep him here. Valkyrie at 1 hit point. I think there's nothing else there, right? Her ally, Annabelle Riggs. No, she got nothing there. War Machine. War Machine at 1 hit point. He's got the tub, but I don't think that's as reliable as. I mean, it's every time you flip. I mean, we put train. Okay, let's just leave him up. Let me see. What are you guys saying? Herrick says Moon Girl Recursion Wasp is pretty good. Second activation will trigger it. And Gumbo Gamora is pretty good, to be honest. Oh yeah, I've seen the Gumbo Gamora deck. Shoutouts to Nara Antlers. Yeah, but like I mean, any hero can just run the teamwork stuff. I think Gumbo for Gamora takes a lot to set up. You know what I mean? Because she needs to play X-Men, and X-Force, or like get shown to Atom out. I don't know. I don't think Moon Girl Recursion is enough. Because this, once again, you have to flip down to Alter Ego. You have to play Moon Girl Alter Ego, and it's every other turn, every second activation with it. And then you're also missing a chump block from Moon Girl if you're constantly. And obviously, she'll hopefully get you the resource to play another ally. I feel like it's. I don't know. I mean, okay, let's do a vote. If you guys want to bump Wasp up, I feel like that's fine. I just don't. I don't know if she's a great Wasp synergy with righteous purpose. Okay. So it looks like you guys just want to bump her up to B. So just have B or C tier. And I need to change this to C tier. Kyle said, doesn't Venom have a hero ability to take damage and generate resources, plus Sensing Confused in his kit? Yeah, so his hero ability, you can take damage and generate resources, but it's like, do you mean that helps you get down to 1? It does help you get down to 1, but then when you're at 1, you can't use it anymore. You know what I mean? Like the hero ability, I think it's a good hero ability, but it's one you want to keep using. So it's just like once you're down to 1, you just can't use it anymore. And then he has Sensing Confuses, but I mean, I feel like so like for Hawkeye, I didn't really put him in B because of Sons and Confuses. It's really because of Mockingbird, but even that's like very little. So it's like do we want to put Sons and Confuses as a reason to put them to have synergy? Like if any hero has Sons and Confuses, then we put him up. Because like I mean, there are some villains that have Stalwart too, you know. Heroic says Gunbow can be done here with her in leadership, righteous purpose. I think that's a pretty significant synergy. What? No, so what I'm saying is with Gumbo, you still need to have X-Force, X-Men allies. So with Gamora, you're playing. It's a lot of setup, is what I'm saying. Like you need to play. Like, I understand she can include that in leadership builds, but you need to play X-Men and X-Force and potentially Trillion Atom. You need to keep the allies in play, and then the only way that she's keeping the allies alive is through gunboat. So it's the same as anyone that has teamwork. It's the same as using Unified Strike and teamwork with a build to keep the ally in play than it is with gunboat. You know what I mean? Heroic says, I like Wasp ally recursion outside of Moon Girl, but I don't see it with this card. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's 67% C tier votes right now. 30 for B. Yeah. I feel like C tier is fine. Like because like I don't know if she's, yeah, I feel like she's not like super crazy with it. Okay, Ghost Spider. I don't think she wants to be at 1 because she's blocking a lot anyways. Miles, I mean, he's got the Stun Confused, but I think he's got Tufts too. But I think it's hard to get him down to 1 and then like to also Stun Confuse and put Tufts. And like if another thing goes through, then he might die. So I feel it's not anything particular with him. Nova, I don't think he wants to be at 1. Ironheart, let's skip her because I feel like we might have to discuss her. Spider-Ham, I don't think he has synergy actually, because he wants to take damage all the time. So if you get him down to 1, he wants to be taking damage. And then Captain America, Captain America as an on-play ally, he's got the confuses, but I don't think that adds too much to him, you know. SPDR at 1. I don't think she has anything. She has a Voltron ally and Venom, but I mean Sam's like a Wasp, right? It's not like crazy. Shadowcat might not be bad. So let's talk about her later. Cyclops, I feel like Venus on play. He's like, he wants the odds to go away. He's not really keeping them around, right? Like even if you have Uncanny X-Men with him, I mean, you give all odds plus 1 hit point. That's not really helping them too much. Phoenix, I think same thing. She's got the little safety net though, but I think the big difference is that Cap can bring him down to 1, and I think Wanda has 3 safety nets. So I think that's a little bit better than having just 1. And I think her safety net revives her back to like full health, right? Setting up Gunboat Gamora is way less hard than getting Groot to 1 hit point. I don't know. I think that getting Groot to 1 hit point is more inconsistent, but I think if you're lucky, it's really quick. Like you can get him down to 1 in like 2 or 3 turns, you know? Gunboat Gamora, I mean, I think Gunboat in itself is already a difficult card to set up, but then with Gamora, who's not X-Men herself, so she can't really even exhaust herself for it, you know what I mean? I think it might be even harder. I don't know. Kyle says, I think for Venom, what you would do would be use Clarity Purpose and Hero ability to play allies, get down to 1 hit point. To play allies, get down to 1 hit point. Stun and confuse and jump up with the allies once you are there. Okay, I mean, I'm down pushing up for a little bit of synergy. So let me think, because my thing is, so get down to 1 hit point, stun and confuse, jump up with the allies once you're there. So then Venom has higher stats. Like, so the only thing with that is that if you get a villain card, like, let me see, what's that Ultron card that I hate? Concussive Blast. So like the only thing you get like this, then you like die. You know what I mean? Like game is done. You know what I mean? So like that's the thing with having a hero at 1 hit point, is that if you get a card like this, you just like insta lose. So like the heroes here, like Cap, he's got the safety net. Strange can get the tough on him. Let me see. I mean, he can't do it, but and Awana's got the 3 magic shield, so that's kind of like their case for being up here, because I think you can make, I don't know, like I feel like there's a lot of heroes that you can make a case for if the only thing is like just try and get you down to 1 hit point, you know. Heroic says, and once you're down to 1 hit point, you're now down to so you can't use the 2 reach generators anymore, your hero ability or your Clarity Purpose. Yeah, I feel like Venom's fine where it is. I feel like there's no, like, I don't think he even had, like, I feel like all these heroes are kind of in a different tier than Venom. And I'm fine dropping enemies. I think you can make the case for enemies to be down, like in the C tier as well. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me personally, I think that Venom is not Yeah, I don't know. Because it's like I don't really want to put too much into Suns Confuses. So yeah, I don't know. Void says, are we voting only for the hero or for the whole kit? We're voting for the entire kit. Because I think strength should be higher, as he can give allies toughs and make them activate multiple times while they're at 1 hit point. So okay, we can do a vote here for Strange. It's for their whole entire kit. Kyle says that's fair. Finally, a situation place to play invulnerability. Yeah. Because if you play that, then you can get the tough. So yeah, let's do a poll for Strange. I was surprised that no one mentioned Strange earlier because I feel like he's always controversial for how the opinions for him go. So Strange should be higher, so you can give allies tough and make them active multiple times. So yeah, Strange give, but he's giving. Yeah, so you want to have a bunch of allies. You give them all toughs while they're at 1 hit point. Then they can activate more. Herc says Strange is probably the only one I actually even keep in B. Okay, let's just do a poll then. Doctor Strange synergy with righteous purpose. So let's do S A B C. Yeah, I feel like, let me think. Okay, let's like reevaluate Strange here. So I mean, I think the main thing is passing out toughs. So like you pass the tough straight out to 1 hit point, they activate, they lose a tough, and then you need to recycle through your invocation deck to like get the toughs, to get the rings back. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not bad. It's better than having one event, right? It's better to have that in your invocation deck, but you need to like constantly spam that, I guess. I mean, I don't mind. I feel like I could see the case for him being in good. Like Wong is definitely not it. Like Wong's not helping you too much. It's really with the swarm build, right? Where I think that he would be A, but definitely not C. And I don't think he's S either. I feel like these guys they may be the only S tiers. It looks like 50% in votes in A, 50% in B. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the vote running a little bit longer, and then we'll see if it goes to A or B. All right, let's do some other heroes here. Wolverine, nah, because he wants to Jubilee's on play effect, and then he himself takes a lot of damage all the time. Storm, I don't think Storm is anything to keep her at 1. Yeah, she has no allies. Gambit, I don't think he has anything either. Rogue, I don't think she has anything either. She has Bulletproof Belt, but that's like a Slender Confused. You know, it's not like and she'll get a tough, but it's just like 1 tough there. Her says, "Oh, there's more Esters." Okay. Strange is okay. Cannonball would be great ally target for Ariel. Heavy decks like Angel. Oh yeah, Angel. I think we can probably put him. I mean, we need an outside card in Cannonball, but I think. I mean, do we just put every Ariel then in B? No, I feel it has to be the kit. I feel it has to be something, because then we just put every area character in B, right? You know, I feel like, yeah, I feel it has to be something else, something like in kit. Storm is so good with Storm, but I don't think I run it. Yeah, all X Force should be in A. What's the X Force thing then? Is there like an X Force card that I'm not thinking of right now that helps them? Cable, I don't think Cable really has anything. Yeah, unless I'm missing something with the X-Force stuff. I don't think Domino has anything either, helping her keep at 1. Psylocke. See, Uncanny X-Force. Let me see what that does again. This card I don't run often. Isn't that where you can... oh, you don't take constant damage for thwarting, right? That's what it is. Let me look that up. Right. Each of your characters has the X-Force trait. Each ally you control gets +1 thwart and takes -1 constant damage after thwarting. So you have like perma-thwarters. That's pretty good. Hulu says, I gotta go. Before I leave, I must say Maria Hill plus Pericles, feud agent, can keep Nick free. Oh, yeah. Let's go and do that. We can do it real quick before you go. Maria Hill, I think she's an amazing Voltron. So I think she's at least S. Yeah. Okay, the poll here, you guys have Dark Strange, keeping him in B. Okay, it's back to tied up for A and B, so let's just let the poll run longer. Yeah, okay, so Uncanny X-Force. But the thing is, like, okay, so we put all X-Men at least A because of this card. I mean, all X-Force. What's to say we don't put X-Men there for Trinity Atom? You know what I mean? Because you just use Trinity Atom, you make all your X-Men also have X-Force. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like what's the criteria for like how much setup that we need to like do that, you know? Oh, this is only for for throwing side schemes, but definitely multiplayer, but they can burst Thor so much. Okay, I feel like that's fair to bundle them up. Let's put all the X-Force in B then. I feel like in B. Because you're locked to playing X-Force characters basically too, right? You can't really do non-X-Force. Right. Does she have anything? No, she takes damage. Honey Badger isn't. I mean, Honey Badger will go into one a lot, but like I don't think it's anything crazy with her either. Julio, bye everyone. Have a good day. See you later, Julio. Hope you have a great day too, dude. Thank you for joining in the live stream. Yeah, so I feel like putting them in B is fair because it's kind of like a generic card, and it's not like, oh, but Deadpool might go up though. Yeah, because you have to run. I mean, so this is only for throwing side schemes, which is good, and you're saying in multiplayer, it's much better. So yeah, Trinity Atom is an extra step. Plus, if you add every X-Men, now like half the list is gonna be there. Yeah, true. Yeah. So I feel like just X-Force is fine. We'll just say like it's gonna take more setup, but then with this, yeah, I don't mind. It's a little bit of synergy. You combine this with your thing, and then you're killing side schemes pretty reliably. Yeah, and then for Deadpool, I think Deadpool has more synergy, right? Because Deadpool can easily go down to 1 hit point whenever he wants, but he has no way to protect himself from. No wait. Oh no, Deadpool. Deadpool might be S, right? Because let's pull up. Let's pull him up. Let's pull him up. Because I think he might be S. I think he might be S, right? So you're down to 1 hit point because max effort can make you take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. So you can force to hit 1. This can also force you to hit 1 with your Thor event, same thing. So he gets a 1 so easily. When he's at 1 with Righteous Purpose, he's 4 Thor 4 attack. And then when you would die, you change the alter ego form instead. And you just place a permanent generation token. So you can never die in hero form. So you always got 4 Thor 4 attack at 1 hit point. That could be pretty good. I think that's pretty good. You can't use your katanas though. And then the only problem with Deadpool is that I feel his basic activation isn't that useful because you can't really use katanas anymore, and these are so good. The katanas are so good, and not able to really do your big push with your max effort. This card's fire combo, so you can't really do your big combo if you're always staying at 1 hit point, and you don't have any like on-demand readies or anything like that. So like it's not terrible. I think we put him in A, but I don't think he's as good as the S tiers because there's some although he has some good synergies, he has some pretty good or pretty big anti-synergies too, right? He has direct anti-synergies in addition to like the synergies that he has, you know. Deadpool is S, of course. Oh, I really because I feel like if you're using Deadpool with Righteous Purpose, you're not max effort this card's fire combo, and also you can't use the katanas. You know what I mean? Because you're just staying down at 1 and you don't have any readies. Shane says, for his list, I only allow the printed X-Force peeps to benefit from mechanic. X-Force is their team. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I put Deadpool and Cable in S. Why is Cable in S? The rest of X-Force in A, but there's arguments for all the BS. Sidekicking Cable. Sidekicking Cable. Oh, so you're saying sidekick with Cable, and also, but the thing is, I don't think Arcane X-Force is that good of a team card anyways, because it only works on side schemes too. And you need to have all your allies have the X-Force trait. If you don't have if you have any non-X-Force allies like Nick Fury or Marie Hill, then it's like inactive, you know? Deadpool has no hero readies. It's likely often using exhaust action to recover. I think its anti-synergies are gonna win. Yeah. I feel like the anti-synergies are so good with him, like you really want that stuff. So I feel like it's not like the most synergistic thing. Yeah, I guess he doesn't need to use his basic, but the cable ally is good. Yeah, cable ally is good too. Okay, let me end this poll. Doctor Strange, you guys voted 50% B tier, 38 A, and 12% C. So we're just keep Strange here in the B tier. I feel like Deadpool A makes sense because it's probably weaker than like your average Deadpool build. You know, Deadpool Righteous Purpose does not make him stronger; it makes him probably weaker. But he does have like really good synergies with like more than anyone else in the A tier. You know. Okay. Let me see here. We're gonna try to knock these guys out. Okay. Let's do. We're on Bishop. Bishop wants to take damage all the time, so it's not gonna work out for him. Oh, wait a minute. He has some Voltronable allies. Does he have Voltronable allies? Or no, they heal each other, right? They heal themselves. I think it's different. So discard a card from your hand, ready Malcolm, and the cards are printed physical, you heal damage. Yeah, but if he's at 1 hit point, he still dies. Yeah, so there's no synergy there with Bishop. Wait a minute. Is Iceman the ultimate synergy, guys? With the snow clones? Is Iceman... I didn't even think about Iceman. Wait a minute. Hold up. So they can't ever Thor. They'll never have Thor because their Thor side is node. They can have upgrades attached, but they take minus constant damage for if it attacks enemy with frostbite. So they take no constant damage for attacking if you're hitting frostbite enemies. And if they're down to 1 hit point, then they're hitting for 4 now with no constant damage. I feel like that's really, really good. I think that's better than Spider-Man. I feel like that's... I saw Deadpool in front because Deadpool can thwart, right? Like Elektra can thwart and stay in play. But snow clones, they can just swing for 4, both of them, every single turn. Yeah, Black Cat just swinging for 3 every single turn, and Black Cat is much easier to... I won't even say much easier to set up. Yeah, but I mean, because you do need to have the frostbite. So I still think that Iceman is better than Spider-Man for the righteous purpose, but I think that it's a little bit more because you always have to have the frostbites on the enemy that the snow clones are attacking. So like if you have a minion, like you're losing value sometimes because if you're facing a minion, the minion has 4 hit points, then snow clone can kill directly. They'll take constant damage and die at 1 hit point. So you actually can't just like delete. So I don't know. Part of me wants to put Spider-Man in front now because like the main reason of having the ally stay in place to help you delete minions, but you need to have frostbites on those. No, I think Iceman's still in front because like if they're like strong minions, you can have Iceman attack them first to frostbite them and then have a snow clone attack. I feel like snow clone is just so cool with that. So yeah, I feel like Iceman is like a huge sleeper build here, or sleeper pick here for this. Yeah, Iceman S, right? Yeah. Okay, let's finish off this. Oh, let's get Magic here. Magic looks at your deck, your player deck. No, Colossus, her ally doesn't really help her or anything like that. Jubilee, no, because when you recover, you heal Wolverine. You don't really want to keep him at 1. Nightcrawler, no, there's anything with him at 1 either. And Day Tripper's on play. Magneto, oh, he's got the bubble, and he can get Tufts, so maybe like a little bit of synergy. Because Magneto's bubble, you have it in play. If you have 1 hit point, you can still play the bubble, and then it takes all damage for you. And you can put tough house cards. So does he go up here? Is he an 8? He can get tough house card with the metal shards. Is he an A? I feel like we put him in A. I feel like he's pretty good. I feel like the magnetic bubble is really good for that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like just kind of like it's like a 6 or 5 hit point type of like safety net for you. Yeah. Okay. We're in issues. Let's talk about Maria Hill a little bit more. So Maria Hill is like Strange, except her Pericles can put the tufts on allies every turn. And like Hulu was saying with Field Agent, you can include that in the leadership build as well to not have you take constant damage for all your allies because she makes all of her allies shield. So I think she's really good, actually. I think Marijo just basically permanently can get Righteous Purpose like online. I think she might be. Is she the strongest? Um, Righteous Snow Cones. Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna discard Righteous on top of your deck every single time. We're so evaluating this card completely different. Maria top of the current list for sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I feel like Maria belongs to the top too. Yeah, because I don't want to put so like I know I'm saying this, but I'm putting Maria at the top. I don't want to put too much cards that require out of aspect synergies with them. But I think Maria is different because if you're trying to maximize a Maria build, it doesn't matter which aspect you're playing her in, you always put in Feud Agent and Pericles, because they're just so good. Especially the Feud Agents, because Feud Agents, they have counters for you, and they prevent constant damage for all of your allies. So I feel like that's a lock for Maria. So I'm more comfortable with that than I am with like the Uncanny X-Force. Because with the Uncanny X-Force, it's like, what if like I don't want to run an X-Force only build with Cable? You know what I mean? But I still want to run Righteous Purpose. Like I think there's still Righteous Purpose builds without Uncanny X-Force. If I want to do like Maria Hill and like other allies like that. So like I don't know. I feel less comfortable with that, but I feel in every Maria Hill build, if you want her to be strong, you have Pericles and you have the Feud Agents. You know. So I think that's why it's a little bit different for me. But yeah, I think she's probably the best. I mean, she's an amazing. She was like top of my list for best Voltron heroes too. So of course, yeah, I think she's the easy one that we put there, and she can give herself a tough every single turn with Pericles to get her own hit points to one as if you want to as well, right? So you can get her down to 1 hit point, and then she just have that tough all the time. Skeleton says, "Oh, I definitely do. Uncanny Export so strong." Yeah, yeah. I think it's just a disagreement in opinion there with that card, but I don't mind bumping them up to the B tier here for that. Okay, Nick Fury. I don't think he's really got anything. I mean, you can be in your stealth suit form, so the villain schemes instead of attacking, but like you can still die to like a random encounter card that does damage to you. Shuri, nothing with her. Silk, nothing with Silk. Falcon, 1 hit point. I don't think Falcon's got anything either. Red Wing, you don't want Red Wing to activate. Bucky, nothing. I think, yeah, nothing there. Tiger at 1 health. Oh, Tiger's got some little buffers too, though. Actually, similar to Wanda, so we might have to bump her up. Let's see. Are we saying that Magneto has better toughs than Strange? Let me see. I'm not saying that Magneto has better toughs than Strange. I'm saying that the magnetic bubble is a big thing. So let me pull up another tab here. Actually no, we're gonna use the same tab. Okay. Let me pull it up. Magneto. So for Magneto, if you get your hit points down to 1, and then you play your bubble. Oh, it's 6 damage. You play your bubble. Well, now when you would take any amount of damage, you place it on here. If there's at least 6, then you discard a magnetic bubble. So if you basically the difference between Magneto and for a Magneto, you get more value from basic activation. You have the ornament, right? That Strange also has, but Strange gets toughs by by using its invocation deck, right? So if you get Strange for the allies, like Strange synergy with Righteous Purpose is with the allies. Magneto's for himself. If you get Magneto down to 1 hit point, then he has 4 Thor 4 attack. He can ready every single turn with Magneto's cape, get even more stats with Magneto's armor, and then the Magneto's bubble is the main card to have that buffer. To where if you do get like that random card that kills you, like the concussive blast that we were talking about earlier. And there's a lot of villains that have cards like this that just does like unconditional damage. Well, all of the damage from this will go over to Magneto's bubble instead. So you can like you can have that blocker, you know what I mean? Kyle says have to go soon. It's been a fun conversation. Going to have to build a Venom Righteous Purpose. Yeah. I mean, build the deck, and I mean, I could be entirely wrong. This is just my personal opinion on these. I don't see any real synergy with Mag. I mean, I feel like if we so like do you think Captain America and Luke have synergy then? Because I feel like their synergy is similar to I think Magneto is more for that than Um, Void says Magneto has more uses for himself, while Strange has more use for allies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that that's true, and yeah, yeah, yeah. So I feel like the thing for Magneto is that he can use it for himself. Um, so okay, should we drop Magneto down, guys? Is that what you guys are saying? Let's see, Magneto with righteous purpose. Let's do a poll then. What says, I do see the manual synergy. I just think it should be equal to Strange. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. If you guys vote B, I can drop Magneto down to the B tier. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, let me think. Because I feel it was Strange. You get the allies up, and they're not always activating with 1 hit point. But when they get to 1 hit point, you need to spam the tufts on them and have them activate with that. And if they die, because you can't get the tufts right away again, then you need to play another ally, have them activate to get back down to 1 again, right? Like you always need to get them back down to 1. Man, you guys are voting Magneto. Man, you guys hate Magneto. It's 100% C tier right now for the votes. I mean, if you guys don't want to put him in B or A, now I can drop him down to C. But I feel like that's kind of I feel that's a missed, like there's some missed synergies there. But let's talk about, let me see what you guys talking about. Heroic says, I bumped Cap and Magneto down to B. So, I think that Cap has more synergy than Black Widow, though. Because it's like he has it like in kit at least. And like in that case, should we bump Luke down as well? Think you sleeping on Angel, his deck is 9% aerial. This can make Cannonball better than Black Cat, as he can still thwart and hits harder. Yeah. Okay. Let's put Angel up then. Let's put Angel up. Okay. Let me think. Because yeah, so you have to build a full-on aerial deck too, because it can't just be his own cards. It has to be, you need aerial cards in the leadership cards as well. But yeah, I mean, just running Cannonball, I guess because the other area characters don't have like my thing was like I don't want to put Angel there if the other area characters aren't also going up with Cannonball. But I guess the other area characters don't have as many aerial cards in their identity kit. So you build Angel with all aerial cards in leadership, but also Cannonball. I guess. I mean I'll put him in A. So like the thing is like let me think. You just play Cannonball. Because I'm thinking about like the amount of times that you need to set up for that. Like you just play Cannonball and you play Righteous Purpose. Yeah, okay, all right, fine. I feel like at the same time, it's like, can other aerial characters do that or no? I agree on Angel with Cannonball. Most importantly, Falcon with both Cannonball and Cosmo, and these two allies are super critical for him. He's a really you're right, you're right. Cosmo. That means we need to bump Magic up too, then, right? Let me see. Cosmo always at 1 health. So Cosmo activates for 3 Thor. Oh yeah. You're right. Let's put them where? Magic 2 then, because Magic also got Cosmo. So yeah, I'm missing yeah. So are we putting all these in S? Is that what we're gonna do, guys? Maybe we keep everyone on A as is and just bump Strange to A. You can basically go through invocation in a turn, basic exhaust, clock, ready, and then wing. So you can get rings every 2 or 3 turns. See, Kyle says Falcon plus Sonic plus Cannonball plus Command Tinker plus Righteous Purpose is S tier. Oh, true, Magical Cosmo too. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. What are we doing this with this Strange? Where are you guys going for Magneto? You guys voted 33%, 33% B, 33% C. Dang it. All right, it's pretty tight up there. I don't. Okay. You know what, guys? Okay. There's too much. There's too much debate. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to. Okay. I'm gonna just decide this because I feel like there's too much debate on this. Okay. I think that Cosmo with Falcon and Magic are really good. I think they're better than Iceman. I think it's better than the Snow clones because you can thwart. Is it better than Daredevil's Electra? I think it is. I think it is because Electra will still take damage on Daredevil. I feel like having an ally that thwarts for 3 and or attacks for 3 every single turn, no matter what, is really good. So I think you can like swap them around, Magic and Falcon. But we put Falcon higher because I think Cannonball too, right? So I think that they're really good. Are they better than Maria Hill? I don't think so, because I think Maria Hill can get an ally that can use an effect and keep that ally in play as well. Like her with Nick Fury. With her Nick Fury ally at 1 hit point, she can keep that Nick Fury, and then every time he activates, she gets a counter. So I think she's still better. Okay. I think Angel and Cannonball. I think Cosmo is better than Angel and Cannonball. Because I think Angel and Cannonball. I play aerial decks with Angel, and I feel like Cannonball is good. I don't feel like I'm able to always get him in play forever. I think it requires a decent amount of work. I feel like there are turns where I have like 1 aerial card in hand or something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at Angel's kit. Let's look at Angel's kit. And then for the vote here, you guys voted 33% everything. So I'm gonna keep Magneto in A. I think we're just gonna keep this as is, guys. And then let's look at Angel's kit and we'll evaluate Angel again real quick. Angel, where's Angel? Okay. So let's see how many aerial cards he's got. So she sent Ariel. And this is not Ariel. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 non-aerial cards in his kit. So I think it's if you draw those cards in a hand along with aspect cards that aren't aerial. Okay, let's look up a popular Angel deck. Okay, let's look up a Marvel CDB. We'll look up like an aerial Angel deck, and we'll see how many aerial cards are in that deck. Cause like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm able to get Cannonball. Okay, I think Marvel CDB is down. It's not loading for me. But okay, it's back. It's back. All right, Angel. It's very laggy. What aspect do we go for Air Angel? Do we go maybe leadership? Leadership, aerial angel. Let's see. Let's do this build. I think this should be aerial. So yeah, I feel it's aerial here with the photo. So we got, yeah, I think these are all aerial allies. Yeah, we got Cannonball in the deck. So if we just add in to this deck, Snowguard only gains area if you give her the 2 counters. Okay, so we just make her aerial. Okay, so this is an aerial build for Angel with Cannonball. Okay, if we just add in Righteous Purpose, how good is Cannonball? That's aerial. It's not aerial. These aren't aerial. These aren't aerial. So, okay, how many non-aerial cards do you have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus the 5 non-aerial angel cards. So that's going to be 16 out of 40. That's like around 40% non-aerial cards. Cannonball becomes really good with Command Team and Flight Squadron, up to 3 activations per turn. Yes, but I feel like you have to like set that up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm not as big on Cannonball as I am for these guys up here. I feel like these are very, very consistent. I think they're more consistent than Cannonball. So I'm gonna keep Angel here in S tier though, because I do think Cannonball is really good with the activations, but you gotta always have those aerial cards in your hand. And I don't know if that's every single turn, you know, especially because the command team itself isn't aerial. Where the industry should be factored into. Yeah, I think it, but like Yeah, but like not if it's in hand, you know. It's fine. I feel like S tier. I mean, you can mix and match anything in that tier, you know. Okay, let's try to run through this real quick. Because I think I gotta go soon. You can't activate Cannonball every turn without consequential like other heroes in S. I agree with Void here actually. He says you can't activate Cannonball every turn without consequential like the other heroes on S. So I think Andrew should be A. I actually think it should be A too, but I put him in S because I got peer pressure here. Okay, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. I feel like you guys want Angel in S though, is the thing. So I'm fine keeping him there. Angel, Righteous Purpose. I'm fine keeping him there. But let's see what you guys say. We're only gonna do S and A. Okay, let's talk about another hero here. Let's do the next ones here. So, okay, we've got Tigra. Oh, we're still on Tigra. Damn. Okay, okay. Does Tigra have that one card that prevents damage on her? Tiger's got 2 cat-like reflexes that you prevent damage when you take any amount of damage. So she can get herself down to 1. Never mind Moon Knight. So it's she's kind of like Wanda, like just having this here as a safety net if she ever dies. So I like Righteous Purpose on herself. So I'm putting her in B, like bottom B here. Hulkling doesn't really have anything. Yeah, Wiccan's on play. Wonder Man doesn't really have anything. He's healing all the time with Ion Physiology anyways. Hercules doesn't really have anything with Amadeus Cho either. Or himself. He can get tufts, but like I don't think you want to keep him at 1. That's kind of scary. Because he doesn't run as many allies anyways. Fog can use Cannonball every turn. Angel maybe not. Really, I feel like doesn't Angel have more aerial cards? I rather see Cable and S than Angel. Oh, okay. So since you guys are voting A tier, no shot you're gonna play 1 hit point Tiger. Do you want to die? Oh, good point. Because of the minions, right? Okay, yeah. Let's drop Tiger down to C then. Yeah, because she has so many minions, you're gonna be taking damage every single turn. Yeah. You guys voted for A tier for Angel. Okay. So we'll drop Angel down to A then. We'll put him top of A, I guess. Yeah. I definitely like that a lot more. Okay. And we have 2 more here. Okay, so Jessica Jones, getting her down to 1. Probably don't want to do that. I mean, 5 Thor is pretty nice, but I don't think we want to do that. Her Luke Cage ally. What does he do again? Is he good? Wait, he gives himself a tough, right? Luke Cage ally. So you get him down to 1 health. You can exhaust him. No, you deal damage to him. Give him. Oh, never mind. Yeah. So she's got no synergy with that because you don't want to deal him a damage. You can get him down for like that. When he's at 2 health, you deal him a damage to get him down to 1, and he has a tough. Then he can activate twice, but then like you can't do it again for that to keep him down there. Jack Beth says, "Boo." Yeah, Wonder Man is good synergy. Can you tell me the synergy for him? And Echo, you guys talked about. I'll put her in. Has a little bit of synergy in front of the X-Force characters, because like she doesn't really have synergy. It's the fact that she can recur those events, those leadership events, that allow you to keep the allies in play at 1 hit point. So like the fact she can use Teamwork Unified Strike more, that's like her synergy. But then like you want cost reduction on those cards, and those are all like cheaper cards to play. But yeah, I feel like the fact she can recur them more, like we can put her up for a little bit of synergy here. Okay, these guys are gonna be tough. We're down to the bottom 8 here. I think they're gonna be the toughest ones to evaluate for Righteous Purpose. Okay, Shadowcat, or let's talk about Wonder Man first. He can recur events of the Unified Strike, and Wonder Man also has an extra life card. That's true. The extra life card, but doesn't it heal him? The extra life. If the extra life card heals him, then I'm not gonna put him there because I don't like it that it heals him. Because then it changes them back up from 1 health. Where's his card? Let's show. What are you? Yeah, you set your hit point down back to 4, so you like recover back up. And I think Echo is just better because she can recur anything. He can recur the printed energies, and that's really just Unified Strike, right? To keep the ally playable longer. Like it's not like the crazy recursion too, because you need to you have to like flip down and flip back up to use the synergy or something. Yeah, you need all this stuff in play. Like I think a Wonder Man recursion build isn't the most reliable build for him because he needs to use the effects from the sunglasses to like flip up and then add that card to your hand. You need to have the allies and all that stuff too. So yeah, I feel like Wonder Man in C is like he's not like really good with the righteous purpose card. It's certainly better than a lot of heroes in B now. Really? I mean, so like you agree that Echo's better, right? Because Echo's kind of a better version of that. Um, I mean, all right, you know what's fine. If you want bump up, we bump up. No, because it's only unified strike, right? It's just unified strike, and then his safety card isn't good because the other safety cards keep your hit points down at 1. Like he loses it for himself, you know. And the activation on him isn't as useful. I feel like he can throw for 4 and attack for 3 or more, but when you attack, you lose all your extra attack bonuses. You know. Um, yeah, I feel like it's split there with the allies, and then the only thing. Echo, Doctor Strange, and X-Force are pretty good in B. The rest I find questionable. I mean, I'm down dropping down Hawkeye here because I think Mockingbird's pretty rough. Um, I don't know. Someone mentioned with the game stand for Shield. I feel like that is pretty cool, and I feel like she can drop herself down to 1 more easily with the focus rages. Um, Quicksilver, I don't mind dropping. I think Wanda having the 3 things is pretty cool. I think Groot's pretty cool too. He's like really strong if you can just get him down to 1 hit point. It's just he just can't get there like pretty easily, you know. Because I think other heroes get down to 1 hit point easily. But Groot is difficult because he has the growth counter stopping you. Unified Strike is good. Wonder Man to conserve your tuck cards. Unified Strike is to conserve your tuck cards. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Unified Strike is a really good card with Wonder Man. All right, fine. Let's put him up there. Let's put him up there. Hogan's imitation form, but no shoot. Yeah. We're gonna put in Nick Fury in the C tier as well, just because like even though he doesn't have a shoot, I think adding so much threat is like not necessarily like a good thing for just to have righteous purpose, you know. Okay, let's talk about the final 8 here, guys. Colossus, I think. I was gonna say he's really good, but he's not, right? Because you can't get him down to 1 either. Like the 2 tough stats is really nice, but you can't get him down to 1. So I'll put him in B as well. Yeah, he's like Groot. Like if you can get him down to 1, then the Tusk will like keep him alive forever, and then he'll be like crazy statted. I think he goes up to what 3, 2, 3, right? 2 Thor 3 attack with his upgrades. So you put in righteous purpose, he's 4 Thor 5 attack, and with the toughs, I feel that's pretty nice. But yeah, I mean he can't get down to 1 hit point. Um, Drax, no, Drax doesn't ever want to be at 1, right? Yeah, he doesn't want to be at 1 because the villain's attacking you to the face a lot, you know. And you don't want to chump block with Drax most of the time. Okay, let's see. War Machine's got the upgraded chassis for the tubs when he's flipping down. So basically, as long as you're flipping up, you can maybe keep at 1 hit point. The ally Iron Man's not too helpful with that. It's just I don't think it's the most reliable thing though. I feel like he's C as well. Vision. If you get him down to 1 hit point, he could throw for 4. Oh, he has a Vivian ally. You get her down to 1, but like no outright synergy. Like Sam's like Wasp, right? Like just a good Voltron ally to do that for. I'm trying to think about intangible form, but you can't attack. You only Thor for 4 with that, so I feel like it's not too good. Um, okay, Shadow Cat. She doesn't take damage from defending, but you don't want her at 1 health. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's not. There's nothing crazy there. Maybe either bring Strange, Echo, and X-Force A, or make a new tier because there's a big difference between them and the others in B. So the thing for me is that I don't personally think that the X-Force I don't even know they belong in B, to be honest. Like, they're kinda more C for me, and I'm just like, "Okay, I'll just put them in B." And I don't think Strange is gonna be that good either. Trying to think, because like you guys know my opinion on Strange. I think that Strange is highly overrated with like how the Seven Rings work. And I don't think that he's able to just keep the allies with Seven Rings in play and Righteous Purpose on them as well. Yeah, so like for me, they're solidly B, and that's just how I personally vibe with them, you know. So I can't really bump because they're equal to these other heroes in B for me, you know. Yeah, that's just my personal take on those heroes there. Um, okay, and then we got Ironheart. I Let me check her kit here. So Ironheart. Um, let's see. So I mean, she doesn't want to be down at 1. Uh, Bronze, you have no real way to keep him in play in leadership. She gets toughs through something, right? Yeah, she can get toughs with this. I feel like this isn't. Yeah, I feel like there's nothing really like she gets 1 tough. It's not like a consistent tough like War Machine, and I think we end up putting War Machine in scene too. So I feel like she's not crazy. Um, Wonder Man can also use Strong Together alongside Unified Strike. Strong Together alongside Unified Strike. Oh yeah, yeah, to keep the allies. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I mean, we like haven't B there. Yeah, I feel like that's solid in B then. Yeah, because Strong Together is a really cool card. And I think it helps you keep your Avengers from taking consequential damage. And with Unified Strike, the thing with Unified Strike is that you have to exhaust Wonder Man, which like I'm a less fan of. But I think Strong Together makes a big case for him to be able to Voltron allies more easily. But anyone can. I mean, well, but he can include it with leadership. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we got Star Lord. Does Star Lord keep his? He doesn't really. I mean, you can stack that with his upgrade, the Lucia of the Guardians, to give everyone even more thwarting. So his thwarting is pretty crazy, but you can't really keep them at 1. I think it's nothing to keep them at 1 though. I mean, if you spam the allies and have them activate, then obviously he's good. But like, it's the same as anyone else, like teamwork and stuff like that. It's just using cards like that. And I don't think Starlord himself wants to be at 1. He has a safety net in the bad boy, but let me check here. What does the bad boy do again? But is a bad boy? Uh, Well, you would take an amount of damage for villain attack, discard it. It's only from villain attack damage, yeah. So like if you take damage elsewhere, then you just die if you have Starlight at 1. So I think Starlight's nothing special there. And then last one's Adam Warlock, who can have out of aspect cards. So Pip is not good for this. Um Adam Warlock himself only has 1 thwart, 1 attack, so I don't know what you want to do on him, but can we do an ally build with him? So you include Headpool, Righteous Purpose, um I mean, he can just do the same as Spider-Man with pull and leadership, right? And you only need 1 copy of Righteous Purpose because Adam Warlock can't have multiple cards in his deck. Multiple copies of the same card, I mean. So you only need 1 Righteous Purpose, and all the pull aspect allies are all unique anyway. So, like, yeah, I mean, I could see putting him here, but I think the fact that Spider-Woman can Energy Shield Captain Marvel, I think that gets a lot more value. So I want to put Warlock in A because he's just basically pool aspect with leadership, right? Um, he can only include 1 copy, so it being a whole deck around is pretty meh. So like, so my thing is like, if you're playing Spider Woman with Righteous Purpose, do you put 3 copies of that in her deck? Because I feel like she still only has 1, too, right? Um, so I feel it's the same. Like I feel like a pool leadership Spider Woman deck is the same as a Adam Warlock deck. Because you put in all the pool allies that you want, like Kid Pool, Head Pool. Um, those are like the 2 best ones, and then you put in Righteous Purpose, right? So I feel like with those 2 pool allies in Righteous Purpose, like he's good with there, and then you can still put like, and they never die, you know what I mean? And you can still put Energy Shoot on another ally as well, like a stronger one that you want to keep in play. If there is anything, not a pool aspect ally because they don't take constant damage. But yeah, and I feel like his pool leadership thing is similar to Star Woman's, but not as good. Um, because she's got Captain Marvel too. I feel like that's my main take with that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but All right, guys. That's it for this series here. I'm not sure. This was a pretty messy one. I think this is a hard card to talk about. I think also, our experience in this game is just very different. I think that like how I evaluate a lot of these heroes are a lot different from how you guys evaluate them. I know we have a lot of disagreement about a lot of them, like Magneto, um, Black Widow, um, Angel had like a huge like spectrum too of like, some people really value Cannonball, some people didn't value it as much. Doctor Strange, of course, as always. Um, Groot actually want to put a little bit higher too, but I understand it's really hard to get him down to one. So yeah, I feel there's a lot of just different opinions there. So yeah, definitely not the most concrete list, but I think our S tier is very solid. So I feel like if you're running Righteous Purpose, where each character you control that has exactly 1 hit point remaining gets +2 Thor, +2 attack. I think that this support very solid with the top with this top 7 here. I think this top 7 is gonna be like the most concrete thing for this list. So if anything for the list, we just basically looked at every single hero and saw like the best ones for Righteous Purpose. And I feel pretty good about this right here. Like these are very good Voltron heroes. Maria, I think, is the best with Field Agent and Pericles. And then Cosmo with Falcon and Magic are really good because they're essentially Black Cat, but they can thwart. So you got the Cosmo with these two guys. Daredevil's got Electra. Iceman's got the Snow Clones. Spider-Man's got the Black Cat. And then Spider-Woman's got either Protection with Energy Shoot and Captain Marvel, or she's got the pull aspect with Righteous Purpose. And then Adam Warlock's also got the pull aspect with that card as well. Scotland says, I draw Mag and bring Cable to S. The rest of S is really good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Cable. I mean, you guys know I love Cable. I'm not really feeling the synergy within there. And yeah, we just value in different way, which is cool. Yeah, that's the thing about Mario Champions. It's like the most, it's like the most opinionated game ever, right? There is no like one way see all. And yeah, and that's what makes the game so fun. So yeah, all right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Thank you everyone for joining in the live stream here today. My phone is blown up. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, we'll see what that is. Hopefully it's not a big deal or anything. But yeah, all right, guys. I gotta go. I hope you guys all like this one. And I'll see you guys all next week. Thank you for everyone for chatting with the stream. And this is our conclusive list here for the best heroes with this new, really fun looking leadership card, Righteous Purpose. And I think that these 7 heroes up here are super duper solid with the card. Yeah, hope you guys all have a good day too. I'll see you guys all next week for another live stream around the same time for Thursday morning. Peace out, guys.